Hello, my name is Patrick McFadden, and this is my digital portfolio of technology instruction for linguistically and culturally diverse learners. My portfolio contains 4 parts. Part 1, a lesson that I taught using technology. Part 2, a new technology for students. Part 3, an observation of an ESL teacher. And Part 4 is a new technology tool that I reviewed. So Part 1, a lesson that I taught using technology was a second grade health lesson focused on healthy living. In my second grade health lessons, I focus on vocabulary and content words, so I was looking for a technology where my students could create their own flashcards, and I came across Bitsboard, which was a great app to use, very simple, very easy, not very complicated for my students to learn how to use. At the beginning of the lesson, we talked about a previous lesson in content words and made a list of those words, and then the students could look off those words and create the flashcards off the content words that they liked. And here are 3 examples of that. This student chose stretching, flexibility, muscles. What's great is you can input images from the internet, which he chose to do, or you can input images of yourself. What's really nice about this app is you can input audio, which is a great feature. So I challenged my students in this lesson to say the word, pronounce the word, really focus on just getting that repetition and learning the word. So here's a little bit more about Bitsboard. It's not just for making flashcards. You can do lots of things with Bitsboard. On the students' iPads, I gave them a chance to navigate the app, and they came across a lot of things that they really would like to use and try to incorporate in our future lessons. Some that I came across, some spelling activities, some puzzles, using some images, some listening activities. Also, you can share with each other. I really thought this app was very user-friendly and very, very nice use of technology in lessons that could be incorporated in the future. Like I said, not too many challenges. Some of my students had a hard time recording themselves saying the vocabulary words, but that was easily fixable. But something that I feel like would make it better for my ESL students in particular is incorporate different languages. Maybe have them read in English and then maybe have the app read it back in Spanish. So I think that would be one thing that would benefit my ESL students here. As to how it relates to WIDA, I think this app touches on 3 of the 4 domains of language, how I used it: reading, listening, and speaking. 1, reading, obviously reading the vocabulary words on the flashcards and the activities that we used in the lesson. 2nd, speaking, we're making the audio and reflecting on it by listening to their audio and pronouncing the word. And also, I challenged them at the end of the lesson to play it for three students, in which they did, in which they really enjoyed. Kind of reflecting on how others pronounce the words really helped as well. And how it relates to other classes, I think in my methods course we used a book called ESL Teaching, and one of the chapters that focuses on listening strategies and how it leads to second language comprehension. And I think just exploring Bitsboard here, there are numerous opportunities and strategies that will help student growth as far as language comprehension. So moving on to part 2, a new technology that I use with my students. I used a technology called Book Creator. Book Creator was great. It's something that I have not used myself, so it was new to me. But I thought, once again, it was easy, especially for my elementary school students. For this lesson, I used it during a third grade class, which I had 2 ESL students, and one of the students, which I will be sharing the book that he created, and how it would work for him. Was very easy. So what I did was I introduced the lesson, and taught about a prior lesson and the content of the prior lesson, and that they were going to brainstorm 6 ideas and 6 healthy habits and lifestyle choices to create their book. And this is what one of my students came up with, Alan. So he came up with this book. He stuck some images in here. He was able to change the size, so a lot of very engaging, very fun. And I asked them to use descriptive words, so with the content language. So he said yummy fish, green broccoli, juicy oranges, and this is the book. And then what's nice is you have the option to view it as a book. So very, very cool. And there are additional options as well. I created a book with my daughter. I did not include this in the assignment with my class because it was a little more complicated and took a little more time. So because of the time, I created this at home, and it really just really take advantage of. I try to take advantage of all the things that are available to help student growth. So you can add audio or have it read to you. So working on those listening skills, pronunciation, all that. And then here's what it sounds like if you have it read to you.
Addison's health book. Yeah.
I make cherries because they're healthy for my body.
So as you can see, that was my daughter reading it, and also the app reading along as well. So lots of very cool options as far as this app. I think Book Creator is definitely something I see myself using in the future. Once again, I think it was just a great experience that my students just really enjoyed. They gave a lot of positive feedback. I think this is great as far as ESL students and learning, working on their listening skills and comprehension and reading skills, and really, once again, touches on all 4 of the domains of language. So those reading, listening, writing, and speaking strategies. So very cool app. I definitely, once again, see myself using this in the future. Going back, so part 3, well, I observed an ESL teacher, and the technology she used was Google Slides. The lesson that I viewed was a one-on-one lesson with a Polish-speaking student learning English. The teacher was Polish. This lesson was about ocean life. The objectives were to identify animals in the photos with using Google Slides. So here's the example of that. So this was a sample of one of the slides she created. I observed there was lots of discussion. So the ESL teacher would ask what is in the picture, and then the student would repeat it, and then the ESL teacher would break down the word, and they would really work on pronouncing each word. So lots of listening in this lesson, lots of repetition in this lesson, a lot of reading. Once again, it just a lot of all 4 domains were really discussed and used in this lesson. The only thing I would have changed was there was a lot of direct instruction. Maybe I would with the ESL student, I would have had them. I would have had her maybe speak a little bit more. Maybe give her an opportunity to record the student saying the word, and then maybe play it back for her so she can hear how she's pronouncing the words, and then they can talk about it. Just something additional that they could do. But I think the ESL teacher did a really nice job of incorporating the technology, and but I think it was a very nice lesson, and it was definitely very beneficial for that student. Right. And then part 4, the new technology that I reviewed. I came across a app called Explain Everything. This was a great app. As you see here, you can click on create a new project. There are many purposes and many things that you can use this for. I think primarily, I would use it to create projects explaining content words and images and just new vocabulary for ESL students. I think it's great. One of the pros that I really think are wonderful about Explain Everything is the option to present on a whiteboard. Once again, I said you can create a project. It's very engaging for students. You can create additional subject areas and use many different lessons. The only thing I didn't like about this, the only couple things, only cons I thought were it's a little complicated to navigate. I found myself going back and really trying to figure out what some of the icons meant. So I could see how that would be challenging for maybe elementary school students. So I don't know if I would use it for elementary school level, but maybe the intermediate level and high school level, I think that would be great for. So because of that complication, I think a con would be, once again, you would have to be a little more teacher guidance as opposed to some other technology apps. As far as use for ELLs, a teacher can create visuals and images pertaining to the content words. As far as spellings, you could record and practice reading or vocabulary, and you could work on pronunciation practice as well. So back to the app. So once again, it provides templates. If you wanted, here are some of the templates. In fact, those are great. You can do activities, planning, visualizations, all great for ELL students to just explore and learn in different and unique ways. Once again, I think I would use it more for projects and activities. Here's a perfect example. I really like this. You could use it as the body. I would use this in a health lesson. You can move. Sorry about that. You can move body parts and really make the activities interactive. Well, it's not working right now, but you can move and create your own activities. It's really beneficial for ESL students. So I think overall, I think this is a great app that can be used in many different ways.